Do you want to save thousands on your fuel costs?
X1R gave me 25 to 30 miles more per tank full.
How can you protect your vehicle for years of strong performance?
We've won 3 Daytona 500s. We use X1R in all our cars.
Is there an easy way to avoid breakdowns?
My husband's real worried about me getting stranded right now, so he put X1R in my car so that my car would not break down.
The answer is X1R, the next generation lubricant for your motor. From cars to trucks, motorcycles to boats, it works. Just pour X1R in and your vehicle will have better fuel economy, more horsepower, and a longer lasting engine, because X1R is the friction eliminator. Hello everyone, I'm Michael Toland, and we're here at this used car dealership to ask you a few questions. What if you could improve your old car in just seconds? Wouldn't you like those noises to go away? No more shaking, hesitation, or knocking? And what if this product was so easy to use anyone could do it? No mess, no fuss, and no mechanic?
The tapping noise is gone. I don't know how this stuff works, but it works.
Ever since I started to use X1R, my car's been out of the shop, and that saved me money.
Don't change the channels, because this product is finally here. Introducing X1R, the next generation performance lubricant. Today you'll see definite reasons why your vehicle needs it. The secret is that after you pour X1R into your motor, it soaks into the metal for more permanent lubrication. So on a microscopic level, X1R actually penetrates the metal of your engine. Metal surfaces, no matter how shiny they seem, have a rough, mountainous landscape. When rubbed together, these cause harmful heat, which reduces fuel mileage and power. X1R comes to the rescue and fills these imperfections, allowing a friction-free environment. The Space Shuttle, the world's most prestigious aircraft. In 1996, X1R accepted a challenge from NASA at the Kennedy Space Center. Develop a reliable, environmentally safe lubricant for the heaviest vehicle in the world, the 12 million pound shuttle transport crawler. X1R did it, and their unique lubricant successfully protects the metal from damage and failure every time the space shuttle flies. This is the same lubricant that we are demonstrating today and can be used in your car. Because of its success in space, X1R is the only lubricant in the world to be inducted into the NASA Hall of Fame and can proudly call itself Certified Space Technology.
Proven on the racetrack, proven by NASA, proven in the laboratory, and proven on the road, X1R is the friction eliminator. X1R is the next generation engine lubricant. By allowing your motor to have less friction, you will have multiple benefits. You save money on your fuel costs. You save money with fewer engine repairs. You save money by having less breakdowns.
I had my mechanic put in the X1R because I drive my children around a lot and I don't want to break down.
I get 8 miles to the gallon in it. I put a bottle of X1R in it, now I'm getting 10.
We used to get 10, and now we get almost 12 miles a gallon.
It's so simple to use. Just pour it in and it works. The secret is the fact that it soaks into the metal of your motor and is absorbed to better lubricate expensive moving parts. This Phalanx test induces metal-to-metal friction until the bearing seizes. Regular additives fail at 6 pounds. Synthetic lubricants will fail at 7 pounds. X1R goes beyond the scale and still the bearings will not seize up.
We're at 25 pounds.
Because X1R has soaked into the metal for longer lasting protection. It works for race cars, motorcycles, boats, trucks, and your car, new or old. Here's how to order your own bottle of X1R. Just call this number, and for only $19.95, you'll get enough to protect one vehicle for thousands of miles of problem-free driving. With X1R, you and your family will be protected from breakdowns and costly repairs.
X1R keeps my car running and gives me peace of mind.
It really cools the engine down, and if you put your hand on it, you can actually feel it. It's cooler.
I have a really long commute to work every day, and using X1R saves me $50 a month.
We're so confident that if you call now, we will include a bottle of X1R penetrating spray absolutely free. This futuristic spray soaks into metal and eliminates your nasty squeaking problems. This 4-ounce spray bottle has a retail value of $9.95 and will be yours free if you call now. Double your value with this X1R Ultimate Lubrication Kit. All of it for only one payment of $19.95. Call now.
Welcome back. Well, we make all these incredible claims about X1R, but shouldn't we back up our product with testing? Well, we did just that, and the results are amazing. Dr. Gerald J. Miklo, President of Performance Engineering, is recognized as one of the country's leading experts in the field of fuel efficiency.
Initially, I was very skeptical, so I said that if I were to make any type of conclusions concerning the performance of this product, a very comprehensive test plan would have to be devised. The test proved that the X1R compound does indeed reduce fuel consumption in engines, does indeed reduce engine oil temperature, does indeed reduce engine exhaust temperatures, make the engine run cooler. This one, I truly believe it works. In fact, for the first time since I've been involved in engineering in 20 years, I've actually put one of these products in my vehicle.
What happens to an engine with less friction? It runs cooler, with less wear on the parts, gets better fuel mileage, and increases horsepower. If X1R gives you more horsepower, wouldn't race cars use it? Well, guess what? They do, and they win. NASCAR crew chief of the decade, Ernie Elliott, and his brother Dan are responsible for building some of the world's fastest racing engines. They told us why they use X1R.
This is our dynamometer right here. We put an engine on, we made our warm-up, got the oil at a constant temperature, made our power runs, pulled peak horsepower at the RPM we were looking for. We added the X1R additive, couldn't believe the difference. We picked up 8 horsepower, same temperatures, same RPM levels, everything constant. It was unbelievable, just with the X1R. We've worked for 2 weeks to gain 2 horsepower, and here we did just poured the X1R in and picked up 8 horsepower. But also, too, besides the horsepower, you're picking up fuel mileage. And that plays such a critical role also because races are won and lost over fuel mileage also.
If it's no good, I won't advertise it. You know, when I run it and see horsepower gains, you know, I'm pretty well sold on it. When I see, in addition to horsepower gains on the dyno, when I see performance gains on the racetrack, then I'm definitely sold on it.
We're sold on it too. Now, if NASCAR wins with X1R, how can you win with X1R? Simply pour it into your motor and you too will see more horsepower and better fuel mileage.
Proven on the racetrack, proven by NASA, proven in the laboratory, and proven on the road, X1R is the friction eliminator. X1R is the next generation engine lubricant. By allowing your motor to have less friction, you will have multiple benefits. You save money on your fuel costs. You save money with fewer engine repairs. You save money by having less breakdowns.
I had my mechanic put in the X1R because I drive my children around a lot and I don't want to break down.
I get 8 miles to the gallon in it. I put a bottle of X1R in it, now I'm getting 10.
We used to get 10, and now we get almost 12 miles a gallon.
It's so simple to use. Just pour it in and it works. The secret is the fact that it soaks into the metal of your motor and is absorbed to better lubricate expensive moving parts. X1R is so reliable and successful, it was inducted into NASA's Hall of Fame because of its ability to lubricate the 3 million pound shuttle transport vehicle. X1R is the only lubricant in the world honored with the title Certified Space Technology. It works for race cars, motorcycles, boats, trucks, and your car, new or old. Here's how to order your own bottle of X1R. Just call this number, and for only $19.95, you'll get enough to protect one vehicle for thousands of miles of problem-free driving. With X1R, you and your family will be protected from breakdowns and costly repairs.
I trust my life to these guys, and my guys depend on X1R.
Anytime you can make something slicker and harder, you're going to reduce the friction. It's going to make that part last longer.
This is proven, tested. This is horsepower in a bottle.
We're so confident that if you call now, we will include a bottle of X1R penetrating spray absolutely free. This futuristic spray soaks into metal and eliminates your nasty squeaking problems. This 4-ounce spray bottle has a retail value of $9.95 and will be yours free if you call now. Double your value with this X1R Ultimate Lubrication Kit. All of it for only one payment of $19.95. Call now.
X1R is worth every penny if it can save you thousands of dollars in motor repairs. Look at this pile of expenses for one car's engine. Now, what if your motor were to lose this one little item, the oil plug? No more oil equals no more motor. Not with X1R, as this next story demonstrates. To prove X1R is the next generation lubrication, we are prepared to do the ultimate. Remove the oil from this airplane while it is flying. This will mean that the only thing keeping the engine from seizing up will be the lasting lubrication of X1R.
After setting up a system under the fuselage that will collect the oil from the engine, the big test day arrives. Unfortunately, the weather turns awful for this ultimate torture test, adding another element, wind and turbulence. Now, it's one thing to run an engine without oil and in a no-load situation, but it's a dangerous thing to run a motor while under load with no oil.
Here we go.
All right, let's do it.
Oil pressure's good. Temperature's in the green.
Just saw you took off overhead. Good luck, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be in radio contact with the plane at all times to hear what's going on inside the plane. And there are cameras positioned on the inside and outside of the aircraft to video this torture test as it happens. This is a live test, and the cameras are rolling. Now remember, there's nothing but the protection provided by X1R to keep the engine from seizing up while it's in the air. The object is to drain the oil from the motor while in flight. And we're merely using this as an ultimate example of the way X1R works in your car, truck, or motorcycle.
Okay, we're going to drop the oil on this pass in about 10 seconds.
X1R is the next generation in engine lubrication, and we'll prove it. Here we go with removing the oil.
Pull the plug. Here we go.
There goes the hot oil out of the engine.
You can see the oil pressure is dropping to nothing.
Now there is no lubricant inside the motor, and the oil pressure gauge is dropping to zero.
We're out of oil.
Only the protection of X1R and the knowledge that it has bonded with the metal parts of the engine will allow the plane to keep flying even without oil.
At this point, in an airplane without the X1R, I would be very definitely looking for a place to make an emergency landing. Oil pressure is dropping to zero, but I'm gonna have a little confidence in this. I'm gonna make one more circle around.
We've definitely lost all the oil pressure.
Normally, any loss of oil pressure is a mayday situation for an aircraft. But with X1R, the engine can safely fly the plane and deliver the two pilots back to the airport. Imagine what protection you can have for your vehicle. X1R eliminates friction, which means your motor could virtually last forever.
We're on the ground. We're on the ground.
Ah, they made it back on the ground safely, and the engine is still running. You can see the oil in the canister under the plane. Don't settle for yesterday's technology. Use X1R. When it comes to protecting your car, boat, truck, motorcycle, or even an airplane, the product that really lives up to its claim is X1R, the next generation lubricant.
An incredible story about an incredible product. You need to protect your family and your vehicles with X1R. I know I sure do. I'm Michael Tolden.
Here's how to order your own bottle of X1R. Just call this number, and for only $19.95, you'll get enough to protect one vehicle for thousands of miles of problem-free driving. Call now.